George Orwell, 1984, Animal Farm, Rebellion, Surveillance, and the Fight for Truth in Your Modern Life. You wake up, phone in hand, face lit by a screen before sunlight hits your eyes. Another day begins in a world of constant updates, notifications, information. But stop and ask yourself, do you really know what's true? Do you really know what's yours? Your thoughts, your voice, your choices? Because whether you realize it or not, you are already living in the shadows of Orwell's warnings. George Orwell didn't just write fiction. He wrote prophecy. He wrote a mirror. He wrote a quiet scream. And if you listen closely, he wrote for you. Let's walk through the fire together, through his words, his fears, his truths, and see how they can sharpen your awareness and awaken your resistance. 1. Big Brother is watching you. Not someday. Now, your phone tracks your steps. Your smart TV listens when it's off. Your data is bought and sold like cattle. Your opinions are molded by algorithms before you even know what you believe. And here's the thing. You clicked, I agree. But hear this. Privacy is not a luxury, it's power. You don't have to live in paranoia, but you must live in awareness. Be intentional. Turn off what doesn't serve you. Use Tech Dash. Don't let it use you. Big Brother doesn't always look like a dictator. Sometimes he looks like convenience. Sometimes he looks like you. 2. The past was erased, the erasure was forgotten, the lie became truth. Memory is power. Control history, and you control people. Every time facts are rewritten, every time a moment is reframed, every time we say, it's always been like this, when it hasn't, you lose something. Your grip on what was, your clarity on what is. Orwell warned us. The rewriting of history is a weapon. And today, it's wielded in tweets, in headlines, in videos edited just enough to shift the story. So remember, truth doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers. And you must be quiet enough to hear it. Start keeping a journal. Capture your own history. Not the sanitized version, the raw one. It matters more than you think. 3. If you want a picture of the future, imagine a boot stamping on a human face forever. It sounds brutal, and it is. But Orwell wasn't predicting cruelty. He was warning about power without accountability. Today, the boot looks different. It's not leather and steel, it's bureaucracies, policies, censorship hidden behind terms and conditions, surveillance called protection. When you must choose not to get used to it. Speak up when it's inconvenient. Push back when it's easier to nod. Because once you get comfortable under the boot, you forget you were meant to run free. 4. Freedom is the freedom to say that 2 + 2 make 4. If that is granted, all else follows. This is the line that breaks Winston. And maybe it's the one that will awaken you. In a world where truth is flexible, where facts are twisted for agendas, where opinion masquerades as evidence. You must reclaim your grip on reality. Not everything is a debate. Some things just are. You must train your mind to recognize distortion, to question what you hear, and what you want to believe. Truth is not a weapon, it's an anchor, and in a storm, you'll need it. 5. Until they become conscious, they will never rebel. Sleepwalking through life, that's the real prison. The system doesn't need to control you. It just needs you to stay distracted, scared, numb. You break the loop not by burning it down, but by waking up. Rebellion starts in the smallest places. Turning off the TV, thinking before you scroll, noticing your reactions, asking, who benefits if I stay asleep? You don't need a revolution, you need awareness. And from awareness, action. 6. All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. Sound familiar? Because you've lived this. You've seen rules bent for some, while others carry the weight. Orwell's Animal Farm wasn't about pigs and horses. It was about power and betrayal. Watch who makes the rules. Watch who breaks them. Watch who's punished. Watch who isn't. And don't fall into the trap of false loyalty. Blind obedience. Just because someone says they're for the people doesn't mean they are. Equality must be lived, not chanted. 7. The choice for mankind lies between freedom and happiness, and for the great bulk of mankind, happiness is better. This one stings, because it's true. Most people would rather be comfortable than free. Freedom requires thinking, responsibility, risk, and that's hard. But not for you, because you know comfort isn't peace, it's sedation. You are not here to be pacified. You are here to be awake. And if freedom costs you comfort, then let it, because one day you'll need to look back and say, I did not choose the cage. 8. Power is in tearing human minds to pieces and putting them together again in new shapes of your own choosing. This is the darkest truth Orwell gives us. That control isn't just physical, it's mental. And today, that control comes through repetition, through manipulation, through emotional overload. Watch the narratives. Who is shaping your perception? Who benefits when you hate a stranger? When you forget nuance? When you stop asking questions? Don't let your mind be reassembled. Own your narrative, even if it's unpopular, especially then. 9. The object of power is power. Why does this matter? Because it strips the illusion. People don't always seek power to help. Often, they seek it to keep it. So when you hear promises, watch the patterns, not the slogans, not the symbols, the outcomes. If the people in power build only to expand their control, it's time to question them. And yourself, because complicity is subtle. It feels like safety, but it's really surrender. 10. You were the dead, theirs was the future. You must choose your timeline. Are you living in passive reaction, or are you shaping something that outlives you? Orwell doesn't offer happy endings, but he offers responsibility. Your awareness, your truth, your refusal to be rewritten. That is your rebellion. That is your gift to the future. Don't wait for the boot to crush you. Rise before it ever lands. So what now? Here are 5 ways to live Orwell's truth in your own life. 1. Reclaim your attention. If they can't distract you, they can't control you. 2. Keep a private journal. Write your thoughts, your questions, your moments, so history cannot be rewritten from under you. 3rd question. Narratives, especially the ones that feel good. Especially the ones that tell you who to hate. 4. Choose discomfort over sedation. True freedom will never feel completely safe. And that's okay. 5. Speak truth even when it trembles, because once the truth is gone, you are too. This is George Orwell's legacy. Not fiction, not fantasy, but a lens, a compass, a match. You must strike it and let the fire spread, not to destroy, but to illuminate, to expose, to remember. Because in the end, your silence is their victory. But your voice, that is the beginning of freedom.